Alright, starting off here with an 1862 Indian head cent. Now we're going to be looking at some other coins that are more modern as we go. So we're going to start off with an older coin here. Now this coin sold for over $70 at auction, ungraded, not in the best condition, but the reason it sold for that is because it has a die break here on the reverse of the coin. So you'll see that cud there on the right side, that extra metal on the rim of the coin. So this coin, like I said, sold for 70 bucks. You know, had it been in much better condition, it could have sold for more money. Alright, so let's move on to an 1877 Indian head cent. This coin has not been graded or authenticated. However, it did sell for over $930. Now, the reason that this coin sold for that is because 1877 Indian head cent is a key date. They only produced 852,000 of these coins, a little over 852,000. So you always want to watch out for the 1877 Indian head cent. You also want to look out for the 1908 S mint mark and 1909 S mint mark. 1909 S mint mark Indian head cent is the rarest. They only made 309,000 of those in comparison to millions for some of the other coins. So this coin sold for $930. These are very expensive coins because they are key dates and hard to find. Now here is the 1909 S. This coin sold for $585 at auction, being ungraded. Personally, if I were going to buy a 1909S, it would have to be graded and authenticated because there are too many fakes out there of these key date coins. Now here's the 1909 S Vdb. So as we zoom in there on the date, you see the 1909 with the S mint mark. And then here on the reverse of the coin, as we zoom in, you will see the VDB. Now this coin is faked a lot. There are different examples of the mint mark placement for these. People tend to fake these, of course, because they want to sell them and make a big profit. So personally, I would not buy it unless it was graded. However, this coin was sold, it seemed, by a reputable dealer on eBay, and it's in very good condition. So whoever bought this is definitely going to get it graded. This coin ended up selling for over $4,800 at auction, not being graded. Unbelievable. On eBay. It sold on eBay. So here's a 1914 D mint mark. These all sold on eBay, by the way. 1914 D mint mark that sold for over $1,200. The coin has not been graded. Of course, none of these coins have been graded because it's the ungraded coins worth money video. But this coin did sell for, like I say, over $1,200, and that's because this coin is a key date as well. They didn't produce a lot of the 1914D, so always be on the lookout for that one also. Now here is a 1921 high relief peace dollar. So here's an example of that high relief peace dollar. The coin also has a double die reverse. Now there's doubling on the lettering. This coin ended up selling for $250 on eBay. Let's move on to a very worn down Lincoln wheat cent here. This penny sold for $335 at auction. And the reason it sold for that is because this is the 1922 that is missing the D mint mark. No D mint mark. So if you have a 1922, it is supposed to have a D mint mark. But if you find one that doesn't, it will sell. As you can see in this condition, $335, not even graded. Now here's a 1936 Lincoln cent, a Lincoln wheat cent that sold for around 40 bucks because of its condition. You know, had this coin been in much better condition or a very high mint state grade, the coin would have sold for a lot of money because it is a double die obverse. If we zoom in there on the date, you can see the date doubled. So always be on the lookout for that on your 1936 wheat cents. Look for that doubling there on the obverse of the coin. Now here's a 1937 D mint mark Buffalo nickel that sold for $350 on eBay. That has not been graded, of course. And the reason it sold for that is because it has 3 legs. The Buffalo has 3 legs. It's missing that right front leg there. So here's an example of what a 3-legged Buffalo nickel looks like. So always be on the lookout for that on your Buffalo nickels. Here's a 1943 S steel penny that has been struck off center, not been graded. The coin ended up selling for $285 in this condition. Here's a 1944 wheat penny. We see the obverse die break here at the top of the coin. We also refer to those as cuds. This coin not in the best condition, but still sold for over $50 at auction. Now here's a 1945 silver Jefferson Nickel. The way to tell if these coins are silver or not is to look on the reverse and see if it's got that big mint mark from 1942 to 1945. If it has that big mint mark, P, D, or S mint mark above the building, that means it's 35% silver. Now the coin has a double die reverse, which will give it value. So this coin ended up selling for around $75. You'll see the doubling there, pretty extreme doubling there on the lettering on the reverse of the coin. So look for that with your coin microscopes. I have those available right now on couchcollectibles.com. And by the way, we got a lot of discounts going on couchcollectibles.com right now, so feel free to go check it out after this video, of course, because we got some more ungraded coins that are worth money. This coin here, 1955 double die. Now again, if I were to buy this coin, it would have to be graded because there are a lot of fakes out there. This coin ended up selling for over $2,000. $2 grand for this coin because of that doubling. Very famous penny. Here is another famous penny, the 1972 Double Die Obverse as well, doubling on the front of the coin, the date and the lettering, some extreme doubling there. This coin ended up selling for $325 at auction, and they even included a picture there with their microscope of the 1972 up close, so very cool. Now here's a 1980 that has been double struck. This coin sold for over $500 on eBay, as is ungraded. Pretty self-explanatory there. Not gonna find something like that in your everyday pocket change. Now here's the 1988 Washington quarter that has been struck off center. The coin sold for 70 bucks in this condition, so hey, you know, if you're gonna pay to have it graded and all that money and stuff, and then, you know, only sell it for not much more than 70 bucks, it's probably worth it just to sell something like this as is, unless you want to get it graded for your personal collection, because you know, something like this isn't like a 1955 double die Lincoln cent. I would never sell that as is. I would send it to PCGS immediately if I had something like that. But here is a 1995 Lincoln cent. You see the reverse is very normal. Here on the obverse, it's been struck through a capped die. So we got a die cap here. You can look for these on all kinds of different coins, not just Lincoln cents. This coin sold for 80 bucks as is. So not too bad for a coin like that. Here's a 2000 Jefferson Nickel that was struck off center. This coin ended up selling for a little over $100 at auction. Here is a 2006 state quarter, Colorado state quarter, that was struck onto a defective planchet. Ungraded, of course. This coin ended up selling for over $155, so not too bad for that coin. Now here is a Jefferson Nickel. This is a no dated Jefferson Nickel because the die break is covering up the date. We'll see that there on the right side of the coin. Very circulated coin. It's been passed up many of times in pocket change. This coin sold for around $50 at auction, even in this condition. Now here's a no dated Roosevelt dime. The reverse looks very normal. The obverse has been struck through a capped die, just like the Lincoln cent we looked at. This coin sold for a little over $60 as is. And then here are three different mint errors. So we got an off-center penny, we have an off-center 1979 Washington quarter, and an off-center state quarter from 1999, which I believe is where most of the value is coming from in this lot. These coins sold together for $560 on eBay. I was very surprised by that, honestly. Alright guys, feel free to subscribe in the middle, check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.